And here we go. And Crawford with the basket on the assist by Prigioni. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Clippers.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
Yeah, the other thing, though, is they have attacked in the open floor. They're definitely getting a lot of easy ones that way. And, guys, every time we think Patty Mills is going to take the next step in his development, he takes a step back. Last season, he shot career lows from the field and behind the arc after having one of his best ever campaigns the year before. That really just...
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying Clark to get back into this game like this.
Yeah, definitely a jam with emphasis. A big apostrophe or exclamation point. How about maybe even a question mark, partner?
Yeah, I would have to say there are a lot of questions right now from a defensive standpoint. That's for sure.
And it's Stevenson finishing it off.
Such a strong finisher on the fast break.
And, Greg, I love the fact he's always in control. Even though he's going at breakneck speed, he still maintains his body control.
And that's out of bounds. San Antonio will retain possession.
You take a risk with those long passes. They're lucky the D couldn't collect it.
Here's Mills.
And yet to attack the paint here, everything's coming from the outside.
And, you know, if you're on defense, Greg, that's exactly what you want. Keep them shooting over the top.
Johnson outside. And that's not going to go. And that does it for the first quarter. Clippers ahead as they end the first quarter with a massive 6. All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. Guys, what's your take on the Clippers so far?
I just like the way they're getting out in the open floor, taking advantage of all those fast break chances here early on.
I agree with you, Greg. I mean, they can run, and they've done a good job filling the lanes in transition.
Taking a look at Los Angeles. Inside, it's Griffin and Jordan. Chris Paul and J.J. Redick are the guards. And it's Mbah a Moute in the 3 spot.
There are certain things, guys, that you can always count on in life. Death, taxes, and, of course, the Spurs winning 50 games in the regular season. Happened for the 16th straight season last year.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Jordan kicks to Mbah a Moute. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Spurs trail by 7. Well, keeping in mind the Spurs have won 50 games or more for many years in a row, Greg, there are teams out there who can drive cars who have not even seen the Spurs not win 50 games at least in a year.
And the way the Spurs keep on building this team, it's not as if that streak's going to end anytime soon. Those kids might have a chance to vote and do much more before they fail to see the Spurs win 50 games.
To the inside, Aldridge. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. It's going to be on DeAndre Jordan.
Shooting for San Antonio.
And for LaMarcus Aldridge, always praised for his terrific shooting. His rebounding, as we know, Greg, has always been fantastic. Over the past 2 seasons, he's averaged double-digit boards.
And that's why so many teams wanted him in this last free agency period. His ability to put points on the board as well as clean the boards. What a deadly combination.
Really hard to decide, guys, which was better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
Clark, there's no wrong answer to that one, my friend. Sensational alley-oop all the way around.
And guys, you know what? You wouldn't know that they're the team that's actually trailing with how they were able to pull that play off.
You know, on the topic of Aldridge's rebounding, I mean, he doesn't do it by banging people around. He does it with positioning, timing, and length. And you can say that about most of his game. Quietly, effective, and impactful.
And guys, going back to Aldridge, last season was a difficult one for him. He had the torn ligament in his left thumb, but still fought through it to become the Blazers' all-time leader in rebound. And Tony Parker, at least some of his success can be attributed to playing with talented bigs. I mean, in his rookie season, he plays with both the Admiral and Tim Duncan. He kept that partnership going with Duncan for several more championships. So while talented, he's also been very fortunate.
And defensively, they're on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here. That's something they need to do more of. Get after it on the glass. Go get those boards.
Clark, it wouldn't hurt. Some extra possessions would definitely help narrow the... gap and maybe swing the momentum.
And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession.
Clippers ball.
Well, talking about Parker and the bigs, Tony benefited from their presence, Clark, but they also benefited from his play.
Really, early in their careers, the only way to defend Parker and Duncan was to pack the lane, and once Tony developed a consistent jump shot, the only way to defend them was to hope and pray.
Right. San Antonio calls timeout. Well, the Spurs, Greg, great at home last year. That's not surprising to anyone who's paid attention. We expect that. They're just so tough at home year in and year out.
And Kevin, how about going 33-8 at home last season? And despite being a 6th seed, only the Hawks and Warriors, the two best records in the league, won more games at home. Hard to imagine you could be a 6th seed with that kind of success.
Aldridge kicks to Parker. And Griffin sends it back. And it's out of bounds. And they say last touch by Griffin. Baseline J on the way.
As a team, you know, they're only shooting around 35, 36% from the floor. That's not very strong. They've got to find a way. To me, shooting percentage is a function of what kind of shots are you getting. So to get that percentage up, I think they've got to find a way to get some easier baskets here. For the Spurs, it was all about being at home. That was a big part of how they went on the run. They won 20 of the last 22 games at home in that stretch, which vaulted them from the bottom of the playoff picture in the West to as high as the 2 seed.
Redick for 3.
Yeah, but the defense was determined not to give him an inch of free space.
Leonard, no luck.
You know, just a little too fancy on that play.
Well, you don't want to force any play, but particularly the alley-oop. You'd like to try that when it's wide open.
Paul's shot is off.
And the Spurs at home are so great because they just don't miss. I mean, second in field goal percentage at home, shooting 49%. Also second in three-point percentage made at home with over 39%.
The Clippers keep it alive. Kicks it to Redick. Here's the 3. Can't get it to go. Great D that time from Green. The fast break ends at the rim with a jam.
Tim Duncan, even in his advanced years, showing you that great vision and still getting it done. Nice pass.
And they double up Paul. Clippers with the ball. That drops and it comes off an assist from Jordan. 18 points for Chris Paul.
They're in the position they're in right now thanks in no small part to the show that he's putting on in this period.
Aldridge with a screen on Paul. Paul with the steal. Here's Griffin. Rips down the breakaway slam.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant, and this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady with their work on the interior. Really a well-rounded effort overall.
And Redick kicks to Paul. Jordan sets the pick for Paul. 5 to shoot. And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
Phenomenal alley-oop slam right there, guys.
They're taking advantage, Clark, of a team that looks lost out there.
Guys, this one is threatening to get really ugly.
As opposed to the first quarter, they're doing a much better job from behind the arc here in the second. They're starting to heat up a little bit, percolate from behind that three-point line, and as a result, they're chipping away at that lead.
Here's Leonard, and he finishes nicely on the layup. Leonard's got 6 points in the quarter.
Those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten in the first half here.
And I think they should continue to work the ball down low, Clark. It's really going to free up their outside shooting.
With that reverse jam, the fans got a little extra show there.
That one definitely. That'll do it for the first half. Clippers lead by 9. We'll get right back to the action when we return. Now the second half about to start up and begin any moment.
You know, Paul is playing really well. 18 points, and he's picked up 6 points from behind the arc.
I love the rhythm his outside stroke has produced today.
And the second half about to start here in just a few moments. It's been a clinic by Chris Paul.
And really, all of a sudden, he's becoming their best distributor, doing a great job of orchestrating their offense.
Greg, typically that's not the role he usually plays. I'm not sure how comfortable he is in it, but they've needed him to make some plays today, and he's been able to do it to his credit.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. On the floor for San Antonio, defensive-minded Green and Leonard are the wings. Duncan out there with LaMarcus Aldridge. And it's Parker in at the point guard position. There's Crawford with the 3. Rebounded by the Spurs. Duncan's got his 5th rebound in this one.
And Coach Doc Rivers wears multiple hats for this organization. Not only is he the head coach, but also in charge of all basketball operations. Really the leader in a lot of ways for this team. And for all of the improvements he's made to his game, one wonders why Blake Griffin isn't a better shot blocker. I mean, he clearly has the motor and the athleticism, but for some reason over his first 5 seasons, he's averaged only a half a block per game.
And regarding Griffin's low block shot number, for some guys, they simply lack a certain field part for blocking shots.
Yeah, you know, there's something about the aptitude for shot blocking that sometimes is understated. Just because you're a high flyer in the front court doesn't mean you're going to block a lot of shots.
That's a jump ball.
So it's San Antonio now. Jordan the pass to Stevenson. Crawford with the ball. From deep. But they'll get another chance. Griffin kicks to Prigioni. Second shot opportunity. Rebound San Antonio. Duncan's got his 6th rebound on the night. Leonard dishes to Aldridge. Parker passes to Duncan. Over in the corner, Green to the paint. Griffin with the steal. And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles. Leonard with the steal. Stolen by Stevenson. The drive by Jordan. Outside for Griffin. Fires the 3. It